Sorry. 3 minutes is not long enough to eat a sandwich. I'm trying my best, okay? Bear with me. Well, the only food. The only food I could grab. No worries, voiceless noises. Hello, Waffle Fraud. Hello, Fufin. I'm glad I've got food as well. However, what I'm eating is like truly a monstrosity, right? So I was pretty jealous of like all of the Americans in chat getting to have like Thanksgiving meals, because we don't do a Thanksgiving thing, and you guys get to eat like turkey and stuffing like twice. I find that kind of bullshit. So instead, Asda, the supermarket near me, has introduced festive feast sandwiches, which contain turkey breast, pigs in blankets, stuffing, gravy mayo, and cranberry and port sauce, which is definitely a meal in a you get the idea. Hey, the Highland Girl, how you doing? It sounds like a lot, but because of how supermarket sandwich manufacturing operates, a lot of the time it's not. So I'm just going to finish this. I hope that's cool. Only a little bit to go, and then I'll go and shut my door, because I forgot to do that as well. Today has been a day of forgetting things. This week has been a week of forgetting things. This month has been a month. It's a fucking blur to me. I don't remember a thing. That's fine. Seasonal affective disorder time, baby. Was it at least tasty? Yeah, it was actually not bad. I would probably have another one. Not now. But I probably would have another one. Speaking of Thanksgiving, have I ever heard of chitlins or pig's feet? Now, this is more of a black southern USA thing, so check and see if I've breached containment. Unfortunately not. Can I ask what both of them are? Okay, I'm gonna just quickly shut my door, and then I'll be back, and then we'll push on with Pentiment. So, should be fun. Come on, you. Come on, Eve. Come on. Hi. Don't know what my hair's doing, so like, see if I remotely cared about my appearance, I would have booked a haircut before the charity stream. However, I didn't. So I am. It's just a bit too long now. I'm also drinking wine tonight because I'm tired. Right, okay, so we are back at it with some Pentiment, which I'm looking forward to. Pentiment was so much fun last time. You got to discuss the Aeneid, and it was incredible. Oh, sorry to hear that, voiceless noises. That sucks. One of your ex's mum used pig's feet in her collard greens, I think, at Thanksgiving or whatever on holiday. Or whatever holiday, sorry. Cool, we're good. Alright, so we're going to hit continue, and we're going to continue our adventure. Last time, I'm trying to remember what we were actually doing. Yeah, but we're going back to the thing. Now, one of the things that I unfortunately didn't look at last time, which was very silly of me, was it like you can change the scale of the heads. I didn't know this. I mean, when you read head scale in an options menu, you don't expect it to actually change the head size. Look at them all. Is this how we should play the game now? Yeah? I just remembered that this is like... This is one of these games that I need to talk a lot. I've been doing a lot of narration games recently. Testing my voice acting chops. Oh, this is wonderful. The rest of the abbey is soaked and there's not a drop of rain in here. Good thing the abbot had auto-replaced the roof to the scriptorium and library last month. I think I said the roof rather than the roof there. With the calefactory next door, we can stay warm while everyone else is cold and wet. Instead of bragging about our good fortune, you should think upon your brothers and sisters and pray for their health and safety. The abbot's foresight saved a lot of our work and protected what's in the library. The town hasn't fared as well. I'm sure they'll be fine. Guy is a little prick, by the way. We don't like Guy. For anyone who's just joined and has never seen any Pentiment before, basically our character, the person with the luscious blonde locks there, he is so far someone who's travelled Flanders. So he has a bunch of like RPG stats associated with his travels there. He speaks a bit of French. He speaks a bit of Flemish, I think, as well. And then he also studied medicine. He's also studied the occult. And I think he's also studied logic. Which gives quite an interesting range for our character. Brother Guy, your heart is harder than the stone of this floor. So we're currently working on our masterpiece as well. Huh, we have the grumpy old monk, but where's the nice one? Brother Piero, haven't you seen him yet today? I did, before Brother Guy arrived. Brother Piero left to speak to the abbot some time ago. Oh god, Brother Piero's dead. Why are we playing on big head mode? Fun, I think. How you doing, Alice Gala? You having a nice day? What? Why is Matthew ringing the bell? It can't be Terce already. Terce? I pray it stops soon. Such a cacophony is an assault on my frail ears. It's not stopping. I suppose this means we're being summoned to the chapter house. God, give me the strength to endure the rain. It's just a bit of rain. So close to 2 years to celebrate. Can I go off about politics and especially the Supreme Court ruling? I mean, that's a good thing I'm carrying alcohol. Yes, I can. It's 50 feet, old man. You'll live. God, give me the strength to endure this man. Just a drive-by before you begin to look. Today's going to be a monster. I very much feel that. I'm at the end of my monster day. At least it's Friday for you, right? That's not too bad. It's still not stopping. What's going on? This can't all be because of the storm. I should see what's the matter. Valhallan, I will go off in a wee second. So, I suppose, yeah, on the Supreme Court ruling side of things, it's disappointing. What the Supreme Court ruling shows to me anyway is how inadequate the UK's constitutional law is. Because at the end of the day, the judges were just following the law. What the law isn't is modern and reflect how the UK operates and the status of Scotland as a nation. So there's issues there with that, but at the end of the day, you know, like the Supreme Court's the legal route, which means that independence can only be won on the political route. And one of the things that I've mentioned in one of my previous streams was that, like, Unionists in Scotland gloating that the Supreme Court has shut down the legal route to get independence is dangerous and kind of a own. Like, you're literally saying, and you're literally cheating on your country not being able to, like, actually negotiate within the confines of the UK for its own independence. And people who see themselves as socialists who are against independence, I don't know why they're cheating it on, because it's a fucking nightmare. So there's a bunch of stuff I've got there. There's particularly some Labour people that are quite just bad with it, I suppose. Sorry, I'm trying to find the cloister. Where's the cloister? Is that what the chapter house is called? Oh no, the cloister is the hall. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I think all it's done is probably cement and radicalize a couple of more independent supporters, and it's not achieved really anything else. Chapter house, okay. Oh, hold on, I was going to speak to that guy. Or not. Someone's dead. Scots law and English law are incompatible with each other, hence why we're in the position. You're quite right. What the fuck is that? I think it's the Baron. Oh fuck, he's been hurt. I like how he doesn't have a big head, which makes everyone in this room look ridiculous. You're Scottish anarchists, so you're very much for the independence from the UK for Scotland, and just don't like England. That's fair. Not so much England, but more of the Westminster Parliament. Be silent, brother. Brother Florian, if you please. No worries, Valhallan. To be honest, that's probably all you're going to be able to get out of me tonight, because I am knackered. I've had a shit day. I say shit day, I've had a shit week. This week's been really tough, and to be honest, I'd like to thank all of you. The one saving grace for it has actually been streaming. But I attended my first industry conference virtually today. I got interviewed about the game that I'm working on, which is really cool. I think I did okay. I dropped a link in the Discord if anyone wants to rate me. But it's pretty much like what you see on camera is what you see right now. I had the Highland cow in it and everything. Ugh, right, I'm sorry, Father, there's nothing to be done. He's dead. Ah! Sister Marguerite, calm yourself. Sister Gertrude, please take Sister Marguerite back to the garden. Yes, Mother Cecilia. I feel like I'm missing out on seeing people's faces. Okay, I feel if big head mode's gonna detract from like the actual scene, because I want to be able to see. I want to be able to see people's faces. God protect us. The Baron was a friend of the Prince Bishop of Freising. Why is he so worried about the Prince Bishop? This abbey is odd in more than one way. Its existence offends some in the church. We're far enough from Roman mains that everyone forgets about us, but this could bring unwanted attention. Florian, how easily do you think you could dispose of this body? Father Abbot, what are you saying? Why are you questioning me? Why are you wasting precious time? Oh, what's with the ink splots around wasting precious time? Do you want to see the soldiers of the Prince Bishop march up our steps and fling your brothers and sisters out of our home? Dopre Deo, God protect us. Coto Sacra, Deo no Grande. Silence, quiet. Calm yourselves, all of you. Father Abbot, Baron Rothvogel's manservant is already preparing to leave. The Baron's wife should be here in a matter of hours. This is not the time for rash decisions. Yes, you're right, forgive me. But then, what will we do? We must send the Baron's man to the court of the Prince Bishop in Freising at once. Mother Cecilia, the Baron said the Prince Bishop's archdeacon was in Innsbruck for the Imperial Diet. Thank you for not spoiling. I'm very much into this story. I love it. Even better, swift action will silence any whispers of impropriety on our part. Given the Baron's stature, the Archdeacon will undoubtedly come to investigate immediately. We must cooperate with him fully and pray for a speedy resolution. Yes, yes, good. Thank you, Mother Cecilia. Brother Voislav? Please detain Brother Piero in the cellar until the Prince Bishop's man arrives. Brother Piero? What the fuck? What? Brother Piero? Why? That's absurd. He was caught in flagrante delicto, covered in blood with a knife in his hand. In flagrante delicto is in blazing offence, indicating an individual has been caught in the act of committing a crime. Interesting. Father, do you really believe that Brother Piero's capable of such a foul deed? Yes, capable enough when motivated by anger. I had no anger against the Baron, Father Abbot. I simply came across him like this. No anger? Not even for insulting your work and forcing us to give it to Andreas? This is not a subject for debate. When the Prince Bishop's man arrives, we must not be empty-handed. Even Guy knows that. Guy'll be a little shit about it, though. Like, Guy's a prick, so... At the same time, I don't want to argue the physical ability. Because I feel like that's quite a weak argument. Be quiet. This is not your affair. It is my affair if you're going to make me part of Brother Piero's supposed motive. I am through debating this with you. My decision stands. Brother Voislav, can someone correct me on the pronunciation of that if I'm getting it horribly wrong? We'll detain Brother Piero in the cellar until I say otherwise. Brother Florian, please escort Andreas out of the abbey. Andreas, do not show your face here again until tomorrow. Do you understand me? Get fucked, you little prick. This is ridiculous, but yes. I don't like that he followed me with a knife there. Andreas, listen to me. I sympathise with you. I don't think Piero did this, but this isn't the time to push the abbot. Voislav is the right pronunciation. Cool. I'm sure the other brothers and sisters believe Piero was innocent as well, but the abbot is worried about the Prince Bishop's attention. If you have any recommendations, I'd love to hear them. Take a few hours to calm your nerves and your mind. You need to think clearly. Go to the Druckers, eat a good meal, and come back at Nones, which is the monastic hour corresponding to 3 p.m, one of the little hours of prayer. We won't have much time, but tap on my window with a small stone and I'll let you in. Let me in for what? To examine the body. Fuck yeah. And we did medicine, so like medicine will be quite good because we'll be able to actually study the body, right? Hey, Jackie, how you doing? I should follow Florian's advice and go to the Druckers. Hopefully it'll clear my head. Whee! So down to the lower abbey. Down to the meadow. Hold on, I've got to check something. Oh my god! Yes! Okay, big head is cool when you're around animal. Look at the fucking rabbit! Amazing. This is the content we want. Look at the chickens! Okay, I'm definitely going to turn it back off now. However, the chickens are very funny. Good day, Andreas. Back from the abbey already. It's only noon. Andreas, are you alright? No, something terrible has happened. Oh god, what No, forgive me. Come inside and sit down for a minute. If it's not an imposition, I'd appreciate a moment to rest. Not an imposition at all. My friends are always welcome in my home. Besides, I could use your opinion on something. Interesting. I wonder what the opinion's going to be. Marie. Good day, Andreas. Should I fix you a plate? I'm always glad to eat your cooking, Marie. Oh my, Klaus, you must invite Andreas over more often so I can hear someone compliment my food. Your cooking's always lovely, darling. Hello. Hello, Berthold. Hello, Berthold, how are you? Sleepy. God, same. We are all Berthold. Come back to my workshop. I'm going to do a new run of Till Eulenspiegel. The titular character of a popular 15th century book, Till is a prankster continually exposing the vices and hypocrisy of others. He's also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. Great. Hopefully no one's in the middle of their Thanksgiving dinner. There was a printing a few years ago in Strasbourg, but it was awful, almost bereft of illustration. What do you think of these new ones? EU more like oi. Ah, sorry. They look wonderful. Excellent work. Or the figures and composition are terrific, but the background is quite dense and busy. Let's give an honest advice, or are we just gonna... Should we just praise him? Eulenspiegel, then. Eulenspiegel? I would suggest running this in 2 passages with the background elements in a lighter ink to help the characters stand out more. That's a fine idea. I'll pass on your compliments to Marie. Are these her woodcuts? They are. The drawings were mine, but she did the block cuts. I've got enough talent to draw the designs, but only she can do the woodcuts and the type. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. 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 I'm hungry. Heh. Amen. Heh heh. Heh. Oh man. Andreas, what were the bells for at the Abbey? They were sounding for a long time. The visiting nobleman, Lorenz Rothvogel, was found murdered in the chapter house. Are we really going to say this in front of the child? God in heaven! He just rode by here yesterday. Yes, and it gets worse. One of the elderly brothers I work with in the scriptorium, Piero, was accused of the crime. That's awful. A murder in Curacao? How could a monk do such a thing? I'm sorry, Andreas. The Baron seemed like an interesting man, and I know he's been a patron of the Abbey for years. How did he die? Could it have been an accident? And does the abbot really believe that Brother Piero killed him? You've always spoken of him in the kindest terms. I feel like we'd rather... Let's not speculate at the moment. But no, I can't believe Piero did it. I can't imagine him harming anyone. I want to hear about the blood! You be quiet, you. Maybe I've been reading you too many scary stories. But if it wasn't Brother Piero, who do you think could have done it? I did see Lucky Steinauer get into a shouting argument with Lorenz yesterday, just before I walked by your place. Yeah, Lucky was the stone mason. Lucky? Why would he have a cause to shout at a nobleman? Oh man, I want some of that fucking sausage, yeah. There's probably something else going on that you wouldn't know about, dear. What do you mean by that? I'm not one to trade gossip, but if you really want to know, talk to some of the other women in town. Or Mother Cecilia up in the Abbey. What's going on there? Could it have something to do with the nuns? But would Lucky argue with Lorenz about nuns? Oh, there's no need for that. Lucky's a forthright man. I'm sure if you ask him, he'll tell you what the argument was about. Thank you both. That's good advice. There's something else, though. When Lorenz and I were walking through the meadow, the widow Kiperin came out the woods and... Yes? Well, she cursed him. I'm not surprised. Attilia's late husband Ranig ran afoul of Lorenz on his last visit. Okay. To Tassing. I don't remember the details, but Ranig died just last year and Attila hasn't been the same since. Egg pasta? Hold on, we're eating egg pasta, sausage and bread. Fucking hell. Sorry, I'm never going to be one of those people who are like, you shouldn't have carbs with other carbs, because, like, garlic bread with pasta is a fucking class. Klaus, that's enough. She's had enough to deal with a job's lot in life. And now she lives all alone at the edge of the woods. There are rumours she's going to lose her property soon. I do pity her, even if she is a bitter woman. There should be some exception in the law for her to inherit. That seems like it would be more just, yes. Wasn't always this way. I think my great-grandmother inherited this land way back when. Well, if men changed it, they can change it back. You're right as always, my dear. Enough about Attilia. Is there anyone else you think may have done it? I don't know if he has any ill intent, but Prior Ferenc has been acting strangely since the day Lorenz arrived. Perhaps an academic disagreement? I know they're both avid readers, both of classics and new works. On his last visit, the Baron bought a book on astronomy from me. I know the Prior has some similar interests. But would the Prior kill someone over a simple disagreement? It's not that outlandish. When I was in university, I saw men throw punches over small academic concerns. What is an opinion for some is a testament of faith for others and worth killing for. That may be so, but I've never seen that sort of anger in Prior Ferenc. Not even when Gierno was made abbot instead of him. Afterward, he seemed bitter, but never violent. That just doesn't seem to be part of his character. So, Lucky, the widow, and the Abbey Prior. Anyone else? There was something strange when we approached the Abbey together. Mother Cecilia was outside with some of the sisters. Mother Cecilia scowled and took the nuns inside without saying a word. Sounds like they have a history, at least. Give me some more of that farmer's bread. I do not know Mother Cecilia personally, but I have never heard anyone speak badly of her. If she had cause to dislike the Baron, I must believe she had good reason. Well, Andreas, it sounds like there's a lot to look into. Thank you for talking to me. I was feeling overwhelmed. You're always welcome here, Andreas, anytime. Yeah! You're especially welcome with this one. God be with you, Andreas. Thank you. Be good until I come back, Bethel. I'll try. Norez. Does that mean we need to go back up to the Abbey? I could talk to Lucky Steiner. He's probably working in front of his house. The widow Kemprin lives south of here near Franz Bauer. Prior Ferenc is usually at the scriptorium, but I won't be able to talk to him until tomorrow. Speaking of the scriptorium, I really should look at what Ferenc was writing in that book yesterday. Still, nothing would prevent me from talking to Mother Cecilia in the convent. But if I don't attend Brother Florian's examination of the body at the Abbey, he'll have to do it without me. Hey, folks. Welcome, Amelia. Zero Packs Hex. First of all, Amelia, nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. Zero Packs, this game looks cool. What's it about? This is a medieval detective RPG. A nobleman who was visiting an abbey has been murdered, and one of the monks is a suspect. And we've also been doing some work in the abbey, but we are not a monk. We are like we're an artist. So we've been using the monk scriptorium to do stuff, and we've like formed friends. And Hex, how's it going? You surviving? It would be very sexy if the UK stopped existing, I agree. It would be nice. I am very, very tired of nonsense. Irises, very nice. Lower Abbey. So let's... I feel like we need to do this body examination. I feel like that's the only, like, we need that. We need to do that. The Channel 4 poll was indeed interesting, Hex. I agree. I'm wondering what the if that's the starting point, it's kind of game on. At the same time, I am anxious about using a general election. Channel 4 ran a poll and 50% of respondents said they would vote SNP if it meant that independence would immediately start being negotiated. 16% didn't know, and 20, I don't know, it was like nah, there was, I think there was more don't knows, but there was, yeah, 33, yeah, sorry, 33% were no, yeah. Ugh. Andreas, this way. Cool, so we're now going to inspect a body. There you are. I'm glad the storm didn't delay you. Now, even though I gave instructions that I was not to be disturbed, we must work quickly. Seeing a corpse up close can be unsettling for some. I hope you're up for it. I studied medicine for a while in university. We saw dead bodies. I'll be fine. Seeing a dead body is different from examining one directly. Now then, you should probably take notes as we go. They might be useful later. Aha, of course. So yeah, it was Channel 4 ran a poll that was basically like, what would be the percentage of stuff. I'll begin by inspecting his anterior, starting with the face and the head. No visible wounds, no blemishes, teeth in good condition, nothing unusual. Neck, shoulders and chest are ordinary. I need to clean some blood away to examine the torso. Yes, there it is, a puncture wound between the 6th and 7th ribs. It's fairly shallow though. I estimate it penetrated only about an inch, and it likely came from his own hand. Where have I heard that before? A Nuremberg inch or an Innsbruck inch? Wait, he inflicted it on himself. How can you tell? From the angle and depth of the strike, it's as though he was holding it in his right hand as he fell on his side. You must know that I was not always a monk. I was a mercenary for 10 long years in Poland. My familiarity with wounds come from my time on the battlefield. I am no true surgeon, but I am the closest Kearsau has. If the wound was that shallow, it doesn't sound like it could have been fatal. It wasn't. It's likely incidental, received while falling on his own knife. Sorry. As I choked to death. He must have some other wound that issued forth all the blood we found in him. Bled out his arse. Who do you think killed him? I don't know, I can't even speculate. All I can do is examine this body and hope that you can figure out the rest. Simply pointing out the implausibility of Brother Piero striking the fatal blow may not be enough to convince the Archdeacon. Brother Piero should have picked up that knife. I'm sure the appearance of guilt never even crossed his mind. Now then, let's move on. Yeah, that's fair, Teeth Bard. I mean, for a lot of people, that is what people vote SNP for, but I think there's also a bunch of people who know that they don't want to trust Labour with it. And, like, a lot of people also don't see, like, sure, they see the SNP as the vehicle to independence, but a lot of them aren't just voting for, like, a means to an end. They want, like, the aftermath of it as well. There is a sore on his sex. I'm guessing that's a penis. Probably from the French disease. I doubt it had anything to do with his murder. The disease French soldiers received in the brothels of Naples. Yes, how do you know of it? We discussed it in university. Ah, yes, it spread rapidly, even north of the Alps. The treatment is dire as it involves heavy mercury consumption. Anyway, it seems the Baron was not the most faithful husband, not uncommon amongst the nobility. See nothing. Moving down. Other than a few blisters on his feet from what I assume are new shoes, there's nothing wrong with his legs. Andreas, can you help me turn him over? Of course. We're going to do a flip and he's going to, like, be all bloody and sticky on the table. Oh god, maybe. Yeah, that could be right, Tundra. Sorry, take part. um, yeah, I'm a wee bit anxious about that because, to be honest, there's less of a franchise when general UK general elections happen because like EU citizens can't vote, 16 to 17-year-olds can't vote. I'm a wee bit nervous about it. A better option might be to dissolve the Scottish Parliament and then make that the fucking vote. There's a slight irregularity in his spine, possibly from an old injury. I don't think it has anything to do with how he died, though. How could that have happened? I have no idea. Whatever the reason, it didn't contribute to his death. Here it is, a rather dramatic head wound. Oh, damn. The dark hair and blood make it difficult to see, but it's quite bad. In my experience, I've never seen someone walk away from a head wound of this severity. I imagine the force of the impact would have to be quite great to crack the skull. Quite right, I see your medical training was not forgotten. I lack the benefits of university study, but the battlefields of Poland and Lithuania did provide an education of sorts. I wish I'd finished my degree, I could be of more use to you now. There's no need to despair, many hands would make more work in this instance. The wound looks like it was caused by a single powerful blow from a blunt object, probably no more than 4 or 5 inches across. How can you tell? The skull is cracked in a single spot and there's a clear impression in the skin around it. It would take extraordinary precision to hit the same spot twice unless the Baron were already dead. It's likely he didn't die immediately. No worries, Zero Packs. We won't do any more kind of like politics for today's stream because I'm a bit tired anyway. But yeah, it's just to kind of update some people who've wondering what's been happening on the Scottish politics side of things. I've seen similar injuries in battle. The victims don't last more than a few minutes, but it's an agonising death. You absolutely should, Zero Packs. It's available on Xbox Game Pass if you have that. No, it's absolutely fine, Teeth Bard. I'm just saying that like I've had one hell of a week and I feel like my skull's about to burst. Even so, he couldn't have wandered far from where the blow was first struck. So he may not have been attacked in the chapter house. He was either attacked in the chapter house or someplace in the immediate area. The cloister? Yes, that's possible. The cloister connects directly to the chapter house, but there's a high risk of being seen. Anyway, whatever killed the Baron was a blunt instrument of considerable heft. The part that impacted him was likely a little smaller than a fist. I'd say 2 to 2.5 inches around. Perhaps a pig mallet, a joining hammer, or even a round stone 4 to 5 inches across held in the hand. That's specific. Estimating size, distance, and number has always come easily to me. Hopefully your talents will help you find the murder weapon in short order. Whoever did this must have caught the Baron unaware. Save the small knife wound, he has no other injuries. I suppose that he was struck, drew his knife to defend himself, and fell on it before Brother Piero discovered him. So I believe we've discovered 2 important things. Piero didn't stab him. Indeed, though it may take more to convince the Archdeacon of Brother Piero's innocence, we know the Baron was killed by a blow to the head from a heavy, blunt object. Well, I'm more than happy to help with that. Zero Packs, just not tonight, because I'm fucked, basically. There is one other item of interest. I found it in the Baron's jacket, but I didn't want to open it without you. Interesting. Whoop. That was what I imagined the flip sims like. So, whoop. A note of some kind. I trust you to open it more carefully than I would. Das Madchen, das Starben, die... Ah, it's German. Probably. The girl who died, and the innocent with her. Matins chapter. Matins is 2 a.m. The girl? What girl? And what innocent? One of the nuns? It's been years since any of the nuns have died. Perhaps Mother Cecilia would remember. Can you tell who wrote it? Oh, that's interesting. So we've got two things. I don't think they're French or Flemish. It would be some form of Bastarda script. Bastarda and Burgundian scribes write similarly, but no, this is a highly refined Gothic hand. As good as Adok and Guy are, I don't think they could replicate this. What, really? If not them, who? I intend to find out. Dun! Every minute you stay here is an additional... Were you expecting someone? Brother Florian, could you open up? It's Werner Holtz, the physician from Tassing. Yes, I'm in the middle of something. Could you return after supper? I'm afraid it can't wait. Father Gerno asked me to examine the band's body. Alright, just give me a moment. Andreas, I need you to hide yourself. Of course. Stealth. Hey, Orchid of the South, how you doing? Oh, this guy looks like a prick. Ah, Dr. Stoltz, sorry to keep you waiting. Now, what do you need? The abbot wanted me to examine the band's body before his wife arrives. Seems unnecessary at this point as I've just completed my own examination. Well then, what's the harm in letting me take a look? Dr. Stoltz, with all respect, I've finished. The cause of death is clear. If you'd arrived an hour ago, I would have had no problem with your assistance. Assistance? I'm a university-trained physician. I can examine a corpse on my own without the help of a battlefield sawbones. That is indeed a naked person. Maybe remain hidden? Yeah, remain hidden. Regardless of your opinions regarding my abilities, the examination is finished. If you insist on inspecting the body anyway, I must insist that the abbot tells me himself. What? Making me bring the abbot here is a waste of time. So is performing an examination on this corpse immediately after one was just completed. Idiotic. I'll return with Father Gerno presently. Presently. Okay, let's fucking boost. Yep. That was close. Now quickly, leave through the cloister before they return. Of course. Thank you, Brother Florian. Think nothing of it. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then. So that was cool. I feel like that was probably the most essential thing we could have done there, because there's no point in like us walking around town being like, oh, do you know what this is? When we don't know what actually killed him. I can't get that note out of my head. The girl who died and the innocent with her. What could it mean and who wrote it? Is the innocent with her a child? It's the innocent with her's a child, isn't it? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Oh, no, I don't want to go to the mill. Ah, fuck. Or the Roman ruins. I can't believe Automod flagged Orchid of the South saying, sounds like a pregnant woman as misogyny. Which, I mean, it could have been, but it wasn't. Oh, cool, we can pet the dog too. What a talented dog. I can't believe, yeah, sounds like a pregnant young woman also got flagged for misogyny. Jesus Christ. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-da-na-na-na. It's because it's like the sad thing is that like it was auto flagged because no doubt someone has used it in a misogynistic way on Twitch at some point. We can also pet the cat. Sorry. We can also pet the cat. This is the content we want. Let's maybe speak to Lucky. Andreas! Good day, Lucky. Do you have a moment to talk? Make it quick. I was wondering if I might break bread with you and Agnes. We've never shared a meal. I don't see why not. Agnes would be glad to have you. Is now good? That would be great. Let's not keep her waiting then. Okay, we're definitely... Okay. It's funny when I show the animals. It's not funny for the rest of the thing. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts which we are about to receive from your bounty. And we pray you keep safe the souls of the two innocents who rest at your side. They are dearly missed. Through Christ our Lord, amen. The two innocents. He does look like Graham McTavish, you're right. You're looking tired, Agnes. Did Elsa keep you up late? Elsa being a woman. Ah, don't mind it. She needs the support, and I'm happy to give it. Someone has to look after the women of this town, and Werner hardly cares to. Werner being the prick. You don't care for the doctor? He's terrible. Haven't you met him? A stuck-up ass who thinks he knows everything just because he went to a fancy university. You would be a better town doctor than he is. At least you care about the townspeople and listen when I talk. Pah! Elsa deserves better than his clammy attentions. The women of Tassing are lucky to have you as their midwife, Agnes. God bless you for saying so, Andreas. You recently heard a Jack the Ripper theory that it was hired by rich folk to kill the prostitutes they'd gotten pregnant, hence why their organs were missing, which I guess relates to the game. Interesting. Yeah, maybe. I tried to do the right thing by the woman here as I hope they would do right by me. It's the Christian thing to do. Even if the woman in question is Elsa Mullerin. Is Elsa the miller's wife? Married to Lenhart Muller, yes. I'm surprised you haven't met her yet. Did something happen to her? She lost a child a few weeks back. She was overjoyed when she finally quickened, but her bleeding returned soon after. Yeesh. It's been difficult for her, but she has been through it before. She'll make it through again. I will eat the Swabian ravioli. That sounds fucking class. She's strong in her love of Christ and in love of her husband. She does dote on him, though Lenhart hardly deserves it. Why is that? The miller is not a kind man, not to the peasants and not to his wife. Spreading rumours is not Christian behaviour, Agnes. It's hardly a secret. The man has power in this town, and he makes certain we all know it. Take it as a caution, Andreas. Don't get on the miller's bad side. His unkindness is doubtless what's caused her bleeding. Elsa's imagination must be protected against troubling experiences. A mother's spiritual well-being is just as important as physical health. I've tried to tell Lenhart the same, but I'm just a village midwife. I'm afraid my opinion's not worth much to a man like him. Well, let's kick his fucking head in then. Don't trouble yourself, Andreas. She has her son, Paul, for comfort. He's a sweet boy and he adores his mother. Paul. If he is all the Lord grants her, she will still be blessed. The best thing we can do for Elsa is care for her as neighbours, like Christ tells us to. She isn't the only one in Tassing who struggles in her marriage. Even my Brigitta. Even my Brigitta has her troubles. Brigitta Bauren? She's your only daughter? Our only living child, yes. God rest their souls. We should never have agreed to their marriage. She deserves better than Martin Bauer. She loves him, Lucky, and she had to marry sometime. What could we do? Found a man who isn't such a useless shit. The last pronunciation was good. Brigitte? I fucked it now. What, Brigitta? That was my, like, American accent. Bauer. Her last name means farmer, ah. At least we got Wolf out of it. Oh, look at Wolf! Also, look at the skeleton in the top right. Brigitta. At least we got Wolf out of it. I'll make sure he grows up solid. He'll become a great stonemason, just like his grandpa. That's cute. So hold on, there's trout, and there's farmer's bread as well. Fucking hell. Now, why don't you tell Andreas about your work at the Abbey? You said you found something strange in the building. Strange how? Ah, that. I was repairing a cracked wall down in the crypt. The Abbey used to be a Roman fort, right? So it's no spring hen. I bumped into a relief of the Virgin and a door slid open. It was the damnedest thing. That must be how the nuns get to the library. The layout of the scriptorium and library never did add up to me. Doesn't look right, does it? No room for a staircase, but the nuns have to be getting up there somehow. Anyway, I stuck my head up through the trapdoor and one of the nuns screamed. You didn't tell me that part. I felt bad for scaring them. Let's eat the bread. I doubt Sister's then. I minded she's not exactly afraid of men. I probably should have knocked first. Never know what you'll find behind a closed door. Speaking of work, I should get back to it. Still lost to fix after that storm. Well, that was lovely. That's a nice meal. Take care, Agnes. Lucky, thank you for your hospitality. See you around the Abbey, I expect. Compline. I should get some sleep. It's bedtime. Yeehaw. So, Town Commons, and then it's Gertner Farm. I wonder if they repaired the wall. Oh, they did. So talented. Hold on. Sorry, this is what you're going to have to deal with from now on. Ah, graphical glitches. That pig has just consumed the wall. German has a lot of hard T's. That's fair. I've been learning German in Duolingo. That's been fun. I say learning German in Duolingo, as in I've been doing Duolingo lessons and it's been like standard. It's like stuff like Mein Vater ist Kellner. Mein Vater ist Professorin. It's like really, really basic stuff. Good man. Look at Ursula. Good morn. Oh, it's not morning. It's the middle of the night, Ursula. What are you doing up here? I like how it's like Kaffee und Milch. That's another one. Wasser und Wein. Beer. I've got my beer down. Kellner means waiter, yeah. And then it's Arst. Arst? Arst is doctor, I think. Or is it? No, wait, is it? And then there's like Schauspieler, which is it not actor? Schauspieler? Arst. Arst? Arst. It makes me say like arst. Arst. I can't be arsed. Yeah. Have you heard the story of the cat in the cradle? And the silver spoon? What, the Schauspieler? Schauspielerin? No. Because Schauspielerin is the feminine. So you've got Schauspieler and Schauspielerin. No. You know how mad your dad gets when the water comes through your farm? Well, it was like that, but much worse. If your dad saw St. Elizabeth's flood, he'd probably lose all his hair on the spot. The waters rose so high that everyone had to leave the town. Many families lost their home. When the floodwaters went down, the townsfolk went to look for survivors. Oh, that's really good. You meant the Arst. Arst? Arst. Arst. Oh, come on, I'm never going to need a doctor. I am far more likely to need an actor. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, I love the word for menu. Speisekarte is fucking such a good word. Arzt. Arzt? Arzt? I feel like I'm just fucking it up now. Arzt. Okay. Ursula is very cute. Look at her, she's so small. And when they looked inside, what did they see but a tiny baby, warm and goofball. Anyway, that's why they named the town Kinderdijk. Makes more sense if you know Dutch. Okay, what other German stuff have I learned? Recently I've been learning what is it? It's fucking like, it's like Subway. And I can't remember it off the top of my head. I think it's got a B in it somewhere though. Is it not like Unterbahnhof or something like that? Is it Unterbahnhof? Maybe I'm talking shite. I'm going to speak to L. Peter, says God bless you. Peter is Andreas and Big George. Hey Andreas, you say hello to the girls today? Eva and Clara? No, I haven't. No, I mean the chickens. Peter, James and John. They like it when you stroke their back or give them a good scratch under the breast. You named your chickens after the apostles? Nobody uses the whole word. Everyone just says U-Bahn. It's Bahnhof. Sorry. Not Bahnhof. U-Bahn. Hear about the apostles every Sunday in Mass. They witness Jesus' greatest moments of glory in his darkest trials. And I was thinking, that's how it is with the girls and me. They see everything I deal with around here. That makes perfect sense to me, Big George. You have much in common with Christ. You're making fun. It's fine. I get it. I'll just call them the girls from now on. I don't recall your family eating eggs. What do you do with all of them? Oh, we sell them to the Bowers. Clara says we need the extra money for taxes. Anyway, I should get back to it until later, Andreas. Until then. Yeah, so like... Because I think the word for like a submarine in German is like Unterseeboot, is it not? Is it not just literally like under the sea boat? Which is amazing. Props to the Germans for coming up to that. Hey Andres. Hey Otto. I don't know who you are. U-boat, yeah. What does Schnell mean, by the way? Like, seriously, what does Schnell mean? Fast. Ah. Cool. The pill in German is anti-baby pillen. Fuck off, is it? I mean, give it to me straight. You can't say it's not descriptive. Anti-baby pillen. Incredible. Is there not like... I mean, obviously you've got like kind of German words like greatest hits. Like everyone loves like Schadenfreude. Everyone always says that. Like that's their favourite German word because it's so descriptive. But there's definitely like other ones. I know that Scheiserkopf means shithead, right? Like, that's one of the things. This shovel has blood on the blade. Not normal. I didn't even know it. I think Sister Matilda uses it in the garden. I should ask her about it. Oh my god, cat. Yes. Pet Mousefanger. Mousefanger. What a name for a cat. I know that in German, Jäger is the word for hunter, I believe. Jäger is a very cool word. Like it's obviously been made a lot more popular by like I say made popular. It's like being used as a more nouny type thing when it comes to like Pacific Rim and Jaeger and that. Schmetterling. What? Oh, what does Schmetterling mean? Because I have heard it too. What is Schmetterling? Ah. Oh yeah, fuck. So it is. I've heard it from. It's like the, um, you've got the kind of like TikToks or like it was originally the Vines where it was like, like, what's the Portuguese word? What's the French word? What's the Spanish word? What's the English word? And then what's the German word? And it was always just something completely different. Because like your word for ambulance is like totally different as well, isn't it? God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. Is there something I can help you with? I noticed that you took the sisters inside when I walked up with the band. What concern of it is yours? Krankenwagen! Yeah, amazing. Ah, love it. Given that the band was just murdered, it seems worth inquiring about the cause. Why? Do you not trust in the abbot's judgment? I do not. Do you? That is not an answer, Andreas. You must be careful how you ask and answer questions right now. The abbot does not want anything to interfere with the archdeacon's investigation. That includes you. Then help me. Help you what? Blame someone else for the murder? Help me find justice. What does justice look like, Andreas? You know that justice does not look like Piero dying for this murder. Someone will die for this murder, Andreas. If it is not Brother Piero, it will be someone else. Hospital's Krankenhaus. That is pretty cool. Krankenwagen, Krankenhaus. Yeah, I see that. I'm trying to think of like what other top stuff have I learned on German Duolingo because it's been quite slow. We've kind of been like toying with like the same bits for ages. Let me find it. So, sorry, I'm just gonna pull it up here because I'm curious to see what I've actually learned. I wonder if there's like a word list anywhere on Duolingo. Maybe there's not. Is there not a word list on Duolingo? That seems a bit silly, doesn't it? Sorry, one sec. Are you seriously telling me there's not a word list? Fuck up. Oh yeah, like I've been learning all the kind of like let me just so hold on. Like I've been learning all of the German words for like places. Like wo ist der Restaurant? Restaurant? Is it restaurant or is it like I find it really is it restaurant? Is it as hard in German as that? Is it like wo is it das Restaurant or der Restaurant? It's one of them. Wo ist der Restaurant? Restaurant. I don't know. Then help me find who did it before the Archdeacon arrives. I am simply a nun. Why do you think I can help you? Wo ist das Restaurant? You know what happens at this abbey better than anyone. Is it restaurant? And then you've got like obviously you've got like you do it the French way, restaurant. Okay. Wo ist das Restaurant? That's fair. And then you've got like mein Arbeit ist it aufregend? Aufregend is exciting. And then you've got stressig. Stressig is stressful. And And then you can also say stuff like, Der Hund ist schön. For like, the dog is beautiful, right? I'm just cranking out these bad boys. The abbot sees only the brother's side. You need to watch over the sisters and know what's happening with the brothers. True. All correct. Fuck yeah. I know Wein, and I know beer, and I know Brot, and I know Essen. Das Essen is the food. So Das Essen ist lecker is the food is delicious. Alright, I did have reason to be concerned about Baron Vogel's presence. The Baron caused irreparable harm to one of the sisters on his last visit. Irreparable harm. The damage was severe enough that she had to leave us for some time. What kind of harm? Irreparable. Okay. Like STDable, I'm guessing. This is why I removed the sisters from his presence as soon as I could, because he's a mad shagger with STIs. Either that or I had to leave for 9 months. Which sister? Can I speak with her? No, Andreas, I don't think it would be appropriate. Alright, this doesn't help me much if I don't know what happened or to whom. I understand this is less information than you likely wanted, but I do not think I can tell you any more in good conscience. Trust me when I say that the victim of this incident could not have killed the Baron. I need more than that. Are there any records on her, or what happened? Yes, we keep records on all the sisters in the library. Not that it does you any good. You're not allowed. This again? Again, it's the way Curso has been run for centuries. No men are allowed in the library other than the abbot himself. That's not going to change now. Sister Illuminata told me there's a secret entrance into the library. Oh, and do you know where it is? Yes, the entrance is somewhere in the crypt. Yeah, get fucked, Cecilia. Why would you think that? Because I'm a smart cookie. The entrance to the library from the scriptorium is 123 feet from the church tower. That's ridiculous. You just made that up. Nuremberg feet specifically. Anyway, why would that tell you where the entrance to the library is? The crypt does not run parallel to the church, but 10 degrees off. And the far end of the crypt is 135 feet from the entrance. This would put it directly underneath the library itself. Since no one ever sees Sisters Illuminators then entering or leaving, that is the only reasonable explanation. I suppose you think you're quite clever. Yes. Well, I mean, yeah. Fuck yeah. The developers describe the content like this. Pentiment contains public execution, stylized gore, suicide, references to abortion, frequent strong language, references to sexual assault, references to sexual activities. Small parts of the game also reference notable alcohol consumption and incidental ergo-induced hallucinations. Fair enough. Well, I mean, yes. For a second, I read it as like escargot, and I was like, fucking snail-induced hallucinations? Yeah, why not? Don't try it. You'll be caught, and you'd be lucky if the abbot only banished you from the abbey until Judgment Day. We'll see. Ah, you're probably right. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. May God bless you, Andreas Mahler. Okay. Irreparable harm. Sounds like there was an abortion, I'm guessing. Sorry, I'm just I can't not. That's look at that rabbit's fucking head. Okay, onwards. To the cloister. To the chapter house. To the Batmobile! The bloodstain is awful. It must have been left by the Baron before he died, but how? Someone gave him a good fucking whack, is what happened. I'm trying to think of like other German stuff that I've done. So like I've got German word for Canada is Canada. I know that. And then German word for France is Frankreich. And then you have Österreich for Austria. And America for America. Andreas, I'm sorry about what's happening to brother Piero. I only know that. I only know America from Rammstein. I think the song is like, we're all living in America. America is wunderbar. I did not know him well, but I find it hard to believe he could have killed the Baron. Rate my German accent there while I was singing the song. It was probably pretty good, right? Probably not, but, you know. Rammstein's actually not that bad for learning German, yeah. I know that they got some, like, massive flack, because they had, like, a... Did they not have, like, a video of German history? And it was, like, a black woman, and they put her in, like, Nazi gear. At, like, one point in the video. And it was supposed to be, like, this, like, very self-reflecting critique. Because, like, I think throughout the video, she appears at, was it the Teutoburg forest? Which was, like, a famous forest where, I think it was more of a, they were making it as, like, an explicit, like, commentary, but they got flack for the video. But I think they did quite a good job with the video. It's worth having a wee look at, but it was, like, it was a commentary on, like, German nationalism, like, as a whole. As in, like, nationhood and what that means. And I think for a lot of people that was quite mental, because I think it was like the woman throughout time in Germany, which was quite interesting. And like one of the scenes was like the Teutoburg forest, and that was like one of the great victories that the Germanic tribes had over the Romans, because they fucked the Romans in the Teutoburg forest. So I remember that. I remember that. I was actually there. I am thousands of years old at this point. The song's called Deutschland. That makes sense, because that means Germany in German. There we go. Do not know him well, but I find it hard to believe he could have killed the Baron. Do you have any idea who might have done it? Did you see anything? Sadly, no. Most mornings I spent my time reading in the courtyard, but the rain made that impossible. And although the brothers are friendly, I do not know them well enough to speculate. I'm sorry. I know it might be far from your mind, but have you considered my offer to eat with you and the townspeople? The gospel says that man cannot live on bread alone, but from time to time a little bread is required. I need to continue looking into the Baron's murder, but perhaps later. Of course, I understand. God give you health. Until later. Right, let's go back to the scriptorium and see what's going on. Wait a second. Brother Gerhard has been dead quite some time. Why is his grave disturbed? Yeah, Rammstein videos are pretty good. Tell you what, that is quite an intricate fucking... A monument to the founder of the abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by our descendants. Like, that's very, Dia de los Muertos, isn't it? Is that the Doctors? Is that the Doctors? Is that the name of the band? The Doctors. Huh. See, I'm glad I knew that. I knew that. I was able to understand the... We've not even got to plurals in the in the old Duolingo. Oh yeah, I've also been learning the like verbs of some sports, but like there's like the word to paint, which is really it's not awkward. It's like is it not like mammal or something like that? What is this? A volvel. I've seen these before in astronomy and medical tracks. What's this one for? Two wheels. The top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. And the outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into four sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Yeah, to paint. Malin. Ah! Fuck, that makes sense. Cool. Greek, Latin, and elemental symbols. It's obvious someone with occult interests fashioned this. Ah, quarter turn on the upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol with the top of the lower disc. This is complex. Given the number of letters and the size of the disc, there's enough space for a total of 4 versions of the Latin alphabet. I wonder what it's for, a cipher of some sort. I need to investigate more. This has to be connected to something else around here. What about this letter? There are deep indentations in this parchment. Whoever wrote on the page above it must have been angry. I wonder if it can make a charcoal rubbing of this page and reveal the content of the writing. Baron Rothvogel? I'm not going to be able to fucking read out the German for that because it would be embarrassing. I would be embarrassed by my pronunciation of all of the words. Clear as an alpine day. It's a letter to the Baron from Prior Ferenc. My god, Lorenz was blackmailing Ferenc to get him to perform some kind of occult ritual. So, Fufin, where are you in Germany? And Toasted Stars, where are you in Germany? I keep forgetting. Are you both in Germany at the moment? Don't worry, I'm not going to, like, hunt you down or anything, but, like, obviously I've heard that the regional aspects of German can be quite different as well. So you're southwest, which means... what? Like... to be honest, my German geography is utter garbage. I know you've got Berlin somewhere, and then, like... Rhineland's obviously west. Southwest. I don't know how southwest is, but is that not like obviously south is Munich or München. Then you've got Berlin, and then you've got like there's like Frankfurt, Bremen, Cologne. Try to think like what's the one that begins with L? Fuck. What's like the big German city that begins with L? I don't know. Leipzig, yeah. That's it. Is there not another one that begins with L? That's like shorter? I don't know. I'm just talking shit now. Never mind. Forget me. Let's talk to Matthew. Matthew is being a wee prick. What is it you think you're doing, Master Mala? Nothing. Stare innocently. Stay away from the sacristy. You know you're not allowed in there. I just wanted to admire all the secret objects used during Mass. Then come to Mass. Of course, my apologies. Thank you, Master Mala. Okay. Bavaria and Swabia is the south. Bavaria is the east. Swabia is the west. Those are states, though, not cities. Yeah. These two markers go back centuries, all the way to the founding of the abbey. The foundations of the abbey were built when the Romans occupied this land, not long after the death of Christ. Abbot Dietrich from the height of Kearsarge's power in the 14th century. Those days have long passed. Oh, by the way, see when I've been looking for like content creators from Germany, there are so many there's so many cat girls. There's so many cat girls and there's so many like just like VTuber people from Germany. Like that seems to be like your main group. That's your main group of like your main export of content creators. A lovely relief of the Virgin and Child. Shame it's hidden down here. I'm trying to remember what we have to click. There we go. One of these parts must move somehow. The key. Now what? Boom. The sisters may be in the library right now. I need to wait until compline. I feel like we're supposed to be able to hear his singing right now, and we can't. Adoc. God bless you, Andreas. To be honest, I was like thinking, how amazing would it be to just like... I feel like it'd be quite easy to do the whole VTuber thing, because like... See if you get your rig sorted, I could make myself like a kind of like busty monster girl. And then I could just use the voice modulator to change my voice entirely. I feel like that's something that lots of people could do. Just saying. The thought briefly crossed my mind before I was like, nah, that wouldn't work. But it's like, it's definitely a thing. Because like part of the job that I do, I could do that or I could make a hunky dude. True, true. Wait, hold on a minute. Are you saying that I'm currently not a hunky... Wait, what the fuck? I see how it is. Do you think there's an achievement for clapping all the animals in this game? As an avid... Okay, sure. Lady Salomia. I don't know who that is. What's this? A letter to the Baron from Prior Fennec? My god, Lorenz was blackmailing Fennec to get him to perform some kind of occult ritual. No, no, no. Sorry, I'm not gonna... When I say clap, I mean the fucking Scots word clap, which is to pet. No, I don't mean that I'm clapping the fucking cheeks of some animal. Jesus Christ. Jail, jail, jail. Sorry, I've got to see this fucking red squirrel with a giant head. Yes! Fucking yes! Look at that wee guy go. A big guy. When I say to clap an animal, like clap, to clap in Scots is to like pat. To pet, if you will. Smoky. Oh, Master Maller. Yes. What are we talking about? Are we talking... Is that massive Highland bull in German is Grosskopfeichhornchen? That's probably ruined. I feel like I've just assaulted the ears of the German spectators of this chat. I'm Smoky. Well, Adam, but people call me Smoky. You're the charcoal burner. Yes, I remember. Ah, good. So is there anything I can do for you? Oh, that's a squirrel. That's cute. Hornchen? You're gonna have to give me the pronunciation of that. Oh, of course, good to see you. Until next time, Master Mallow. Until then. Oh, hello? Hello, you're not local, are you? Oh no, I'm staying in Tassing only briefly. Is Smokey a friend of yours? No, I mean, I don't know him before coming to Tassing, but he's let me stay with him, so yeah, I suppose he is. People don't much like Romany. Most folk despise anything that's different. I like staying on the edge of town. I search to find whatever is different. It's the differences in art style that makes their work unique. Different is merely different, not better or worse. Massive Highland Bull would be Massiver Schottischer Hochland Bulle. Don't know why, but that sounds like sexier. Like if you had to like try and make a massive Highland Bull sound sexier, Hochland Bulle is probably where you would go, right? This is wine. You're the artist staying up at Kirsau. Yeah, just visiting Tassing for some time. My name is Andreas Mahler. It's nice to meet you. Most folk in Tassing don't come down here to talk. Too Anglo-Saxon for me. I mean, I don't think there's any way massive Highland Bull can actually sound sexy. Must admit, it was quite fun. So, like, the interview that I posted in the Discord has my wee Highland. They didn't comment on it. They kept it like no one made any commentary on it, but it was there. I represented Scotland the way I knew how. I'm something of a craftsman myself, well enough for my household, but not to make a vocation of it. I was brought up in it, tinkering's in me blood. Bonnie is famous now, exactly. I actually came to Kirsau's library. I'd hoped for one of the monks to read them to me, but the abbot wouldn't let me in. No one's allowed inside the library except the sisters. I'm not surprised they turned you away. Father Gerner is a grumpy old man. I think he has half a mind to throw me out of the scriptorium most days. He does seem like an angry man. He threatened to expel me from Tassing entirely. What were you looking for? Well, I explained I was looking for a text about the elements. If they're primordial, as Aristotle says, then God didn't create them. They exist with him since the dawn of time. That's a fascinating idea. Not only that, but explains the presence of the angels and demons before the creation of the world. Of the 5 elements, angels are fire and air, demons are water and earth, and the world was ether before the Lord formed it. Demons are water and earth. Earth, I would get. It's interesting that demons would be water, though. That's why Satan appeared as a snake to Eve. Snakes can only dwell in deep caves and pools. I swear to God, like, I think I would get, like, blown away. If I ever end up in a conversation with, like, Josh Sawyer, who was the creative director of Pentiment, and also the creative director of Fallout New Vegas, I think I would just be, like, blown away by, like, how well-read and intelligent he is. I feel like he just knows loads. And that's really cool. I'd never considered it that way before. You might be onto something. I did not expect such open dialogue with you, Master Mal. Few men with your stature would entertain such ideas with someone like me. Anyways, I should get back to work. Until later, Václav? Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Maybe we should go to the mill, actually. Should we go to the mill? Can we go to the mill? Can we go up here? I don't know if we went to the... No, we went down. I want to go to the mill. There we go. Glass windows probably made of the Low Countries. Elsa. Good morning. Ah. Forgive me, I've forgotten your name. Andreas Mahler, Master Artist. Mud Demon sounds like some kind of very dangerous alcoholic beverage, like a mudslide. Oh, a master at such a young age. It's impressive. Well, I admit, I'm not quite a master yet. Still finishing my masterpiece. What is that like? Hard work, but it pays off in the end. Ah, to live a dream. You can. You have the right, just like anyone. To do what? I have my family to care for. Lenhart, Paul, my sweet angel. The mill. Oh, I apologise. We didn't even get properly introduced. You must be Elsa Mullerin. Yes, that's me. I heard Clara and Eva had an artist boarding with them. That must be very exciting. They've treated me very well. Perhaps Eva more than Clara, hmm? Maybe. I don't know. What a weird thing to comment on. Oh, I only meant living on a farm among the townspeople. Isn't it very lively? Only when ill Peter wakes in the night and can't find the chamber pot. Ursula brings some joy to the household, though. Such a lovely little girl. I pray the Lord may some day bless us with a daughter. Elsa! Have you finished with your gabble? There's work that needs doing. Oh no. I'm sorry, I have to get to my labours. Of course, I apologise if I've bothered you. Until later, Mistress Mullerin. Until then. Well, let's go and see this fucking prick. Not Paul. We're just saying hi to Paul. We're gonna go and see the other guys. Paul, right? I don't think we've talked before. I'm Andreas. I'm staying with the Gertners. Oh, but you're not a farmer. Why are you living with the farmers? They're letting me board with them while I work in the Abbey Scriptorium. You're a monk? I'm an artist. Oh, like you do drawings? Drawing, painting, calligraphy. If it goes in a book, I can put it there. Oh, is that... How do you get money? I help the abbot with the scriptorium's commissions. Art is a job just like being a miller is a job, but it's also a calling. People need beauty as much as they need bread. I didn't... My dad says drawing's stupid. It's not worth anything. Your dad's fucking wrong, son. Nobody can hear. Sorry. Would you like to draw Paul? Yes. More than anything, but I have to do it where Dad can't see. He gets mad. What a fucking shithead dad. Let's kick his ass. But if it means a lot to you, maybe he doesn't need to know. Can I tell you a secret? Sure. Sometimes I draw on the ruins in the meadow where Dad can't see. The Romans would have been honoured. They loved defacing monuments. I don't know what that means. Don't worry about it. What do you draw? Cats? Mum? I don't know. Stuff. Amazing. I probably shouldn't be talking to you. Dad won't like it. You're probably right. I'll go. Until later, Paul. Until later, Paul. And hey, keep drawing, alright? I will. Bye. Well, let's fucking kill this prick. Morning! You're the Gartner's boarder, aren't you? I don't know why I'm giving him that accent. How could you tell? You've got paint beneath your fingernails. And an artist's physique. Quite unlike the Gertners. They're farmers. You expect them to act like kings. A little dignity wouldn't hurt them. They bleat like sheep when times get hard. Only Ava's got a backbone. How is she, by the way? What does she matter to you? I'm only curious. She used to bring their barley to me, but Peter insists on delivering it now. A shame. She'd shown some curiosity about the mill. I'd hoped to foster that. I haven't seen such a marvellous windmill since my time in Flanders. There are many in the farmlands along the Lea, particularly west of Ghent. Ah, the Lice. A lovely range of hills. Right, Flanders, famous hills. Yeah, dick. I'm going to correct him. River, actually. It's the Lea in Flanders. The Lys is in France. Of course, the Lea. I misheard you. She's the only windmill in Bavaria, did you know? Constructed in exacting detail from Dutch specifications. The gem of the Alps, and none of the incurious dolts here can appreciate it. Except you. You're a fucking prick, though. Yes, I'm sure it's the peasants that are the problem. I should be going until then. Until then, Mala. Fucking prick. I hate him. He is a prick. He is like an absolute prick. Yeah. Just join the queue of people. So we want to kill Guy. Guy can get murdered, and so can that guy. Good morning, Andreas. Oh, I've just broken at someone's house. Otto, nah, we don't want to talk to Otto. Pretty windmill, ass of an owner. Yeah, that's fair. Run. Endress. Nope. Big George. Peter. Ill Peter. Yeah, let's go to the Bauer farm. Johan's family keeps beehives for the honey and wax. That's cool, at least. Hans. Hey, Andres. How's it going, Hans? Keeping busy in the fields? I guess. Do you like it? What? Farming? And I've really thought about it. Dad says it has to get done whether I like it or not. What do you think about it, then? Uncle Francis Brigitte might come help with the laundry today. She's Martin's wife, right? She seems nice. She is. Nicer than Veronica, anyway. I wish Brigitte lived here instead of her. Well, you have a good time thinking about your cousin's wife. What? Until later, Hans. Johan. Hey there, Andreas. Hedy. Andreas, it's good to see you socialising outside that boring little abbey. Hedy, hello. You Bowers weather the storm all right? A couple leaks in the roof and a busted shutter to mend, but we've seen worse. No alpine squall's going to keep the Bowers down. Couldn't have been timed worse, though, just when we're getting ready to have the girls over. Girls? The Gärtnerin girls, Clara and Eva. Surely you noticed the sheep are getting near to lambing. Maybe not, city boy like you. We shirred them all, and now we have a mountain of wool to spin before the babes come. Jesus, give me strength, as if there's not enough work to do already. Do you need an extra hand? I'm always keen to learn a new craft. Now that's a funny idea. What's your interest in women's work, Master Mala? Or maybe it's just the woman you're after. Yeah, it's both. Veronica's not for you. She needs a strong country boy to get her out of that head of hers. Christ, now you've got me gossiping. You're almost as bad as those Gärtnerin girls. What? You all must know just about everything that happens in Tassing. You bet your little ass I do. People just seem compelled to come to me with their troubles. Must be that famed listening ear of mine. You want to know what's really going on in Tassing, Mr. Mallow? Stop by the spinning bee. Socialise. A handsome young thing like you shouldn't be wasting his best years on books and paints when there's pretty girls to court. I would be delighted to come. Don't you get too excited. I might just put you to work. The girls would be glad to see you, and Otto might even show up. You're friendly with him, aren't you? Sure. Come by my home in the morning and afternoon. We'll be there. Alright, I should get back to it. You stay out of trouble. Be well, Heidi. Veronica. Okay, so we need to attend the spinning bee. The spinning bee is... Okay, so like these are our maps. So we've got Kreisau Abbey, we've got Outer Tassing, and then we've got Tassing. So like Outer Tassing is this. It's weird, it's like it's big but it's not at the same time, which is quite nice. So we'll head this way. France and Widow. So, oh, there's Brigitte. I would wish you a good day, Andreas, but fuck you. I fear that would be a lie. Has something happened? Martin's gone missing. Oh, there'll be a surprise. Cat is beside herself. I'm sorry to hear it. Do you know where he's gone? I'm sorry I don't. Cat might know. He speaks more to her than he does to me, even though I am his wife. I'm sorry, they've always been close. They've had to be to endure, well, to endure France. How did you know? You haven't said a word about him. That absence is telling in its own way. France is a difficult man and very hard on Martin. It's made him difficult too. So difficult that he could commit a murder? No, there is a storm cloud over Martin, but it rains only on him. You would never hurt someone. I can't imagine it. What are you talking about? It's nothing. Idle question. Sorry. It's okay. That pig is excellent. I should probably get back to my chores. France will be angry if he sees me shirking or talking to an unmarried man. Of course, God willing, Martin will come home soon, even though Martin's a prick. Must trust in Providence. Be well, Andreas. Be well, Brigitte. So there's France there. Let's talk to Cat. Hello, Master Mallard. I'm sorry to cause you trouble, but have you seen Martin recently? No. He wasn't feeling well, so I let him sleep until prime. Or prime. But when I came to check on him, he was gone. I saw him Thursday morning. He ran through the meadow while I was on my way to meet the Abbey at prime. But he said he was sick. And what was he doing in the meadow? He hardly ever goes out there. It always makes him sneeze. He seemed to be running from the Abbey. Why'd you ask? He has a history of making poor decisions, like murder. Like stealing? Baron Rothvogel's manservant believes Martin may have stolen some of the Lord's rings. Lord have mercy! That must be where he'd gone. He'd to sell them. Oh, Martin, how could you? Do you know where he's likely to have gone? The last time he ran off, it was to Innsbruck. But I don't know. He could be anywhere. What if he's attacked on the road? I'm sure he'll be alright. Nah. Do we care? Pray to God that you're right. I'm sorry. This is not your trouble. Thank you for speaking to me. Was there something else? I don't want to impose, but it wouldn't be too much trouble. Please let me know if you see Martin. I'm so worried for him. I'll try. Thank you, Master Mallard. Be well. And we'll speak to France. Hey, Mallard, you seen my son? Saw him running from the Abbey Thursday morning, actually. That fucking rat. That layabout was asleep when I went to the fields. He told his mother he was sick. He says anything to you, like where he was going? He told me to eat shit, actually. God damn it, how many times have I told him? Must be his mother's influence. He sure as shit didn't learn that behaviour from me. Dunno. If you see him again, will you tell Kat? She's driving me crazy about it. I'll let Kat know if I run into him. Good. Until later, Mallard. Until then. Okay. So, I'm probably going to wrap up slightly earlier today, purely on the basis that I am a tired boy. I need to get some rest. Well, if it isn't the late Baron's new best friend. Morning! I'm glad to find you in such a good mood. Pass, city boy. You think you're so clever. What do you want? You must be bothering me for something. We've never really talked. I thought it was time we get acquainted. No one wants to talk to a surly old widow out the goodness of their heart. No, I know your type. You want something from me. What is it, boy? Spit it out. Can't a young man come to entertain an old widow out of simple Christian charity? I feel like she doesn't care much for Christianity, so just gonna be honest. I knew it. Not the first time Perch to answer my call. You want to know what I think? I'm glad he's dead. I hope whoever killed him gets the abbot next. Maybe he burns that entire abbey to the ground. And that's all I have to say about it. Fair. What did the Baron do to earn your ire? What did I just tell you, boy? I don't have anything else to say on the matter. The life of an innocent man is at stake. One of the elderly brothers. Can't you spare me a few minutes? You think I care about what happens to some old monk? Pah, idiot. Kill them all. See if I care. Every agent of the church should die. Wow, that would be clipped out of context, wouldn't it? No. Well, maybe. Don't suppose those skinny arms of yours can hold more than a paintbrush. I'm not so strong as Otto, but I can lift things and reach high places if that's what you need. Not often someone offers to help out old Ottilia. Fine, you do some things for me, maybe it'll jog my memory. But it's going to take a while, lots of things have been building up, things I'm too old to do. You got some place to be? I have no other plans, I'm all yours for the morning. Follow me then. Been needing to collect some firewood, but I haven't been able to muster the energy. Do you often have a difficult time? I'm an old woman, everything's difficult, and no one's around to help me, not since my husband died. Now stop yammering and get to work. This light won't last forever. Okay. Stick. Holy shit, that was the most dramatic stick pickup ever. Stick. Nope. Stick. I feel like this is deliberately slow for some reason. It's probably to take the piss. There we go. There are the trees Otto's been felling for the abbot. Okay. Break off that branch there, the big one. I know Attilia feels she's been wronged by the abbey, but the wood does still belong to the abbot. If you're caught stealing it, my investigation into Lorenz's murder could be in jeopardy. If the abbot finds out I helped Attilia steal from him, you could make finishing my masterpiece different. If I refuse to help Attilia, she may not tell me what happened between her and Lorenzo to make her hate him so. The way she yelled him at the day he arrived, it must have been serious, but serious enough to kill him? Perhaps I can make her see reason. That's technically poaching, Attilia. It's wrong. You think the abbey doesn't steal from us? It's a very good point. The people of Tassing were here before the abbey was. This forest is ours. Just because some piece of paper somewhere says this land belongs to the church, we can't use it. The people who care for it. It's like... So, yeah, it's one of those things that, like, will I park this to maybe get a leg up and, like, you know, it's like kind of the greater good type thing? Because, like, if it was me, it's like, fuck it, because it's like a branch, but, like, at the same time, it's like, do we jeopardize the investigation? What did the abbey do to make you hate them so? I know the church has its discontent, but you reserve more rage for them than most. No one ever asked to hear my side of things. Well, I'm not in the mood to talk about it, so you'll just have to mind your business. Leave the branch, we've got enough wood. Fair enough. What was the fucking point in that? I can't use all these sticks, they're too big, you need to break them down for me. For a common lady, you certainly have the mien of a noblewoman. What was that? Sure, break the sticks, got it. I need the right side a certain length, so break them and forget the leftover scrap. Where should I break them? I'll know it when I see it. I get snapping, boy. More than that, Andres, my lot bigger. It's too big. You're not listening at all. I need these smaller so they fit in my hearth. This one's too small and frail, just like you. Okay, fuck's sake. I need these smaller. That one will do nicely. This one's too big. Fuck's sake. That one will do nicely. That one will do nicely. I might be able to use some of these. Now, come help me back at the house. Are you sure this will be enough wood? Perhaps we should get more. It'll have to be, won't it? Unless you mean to come round again. I'm an old woman living alone and summer is coming soon. I'll only need fuel for cooking, not warmth. Don't worry yourself, boy. I'll be fine. If you say so, but I worry about you living alone. Attilia, I have some mementos from Rannig here. They've gone crooked and I can't reach. Could you hang them for me, Andreas? Easy enough. And please be careful with my pictures, some are very fragile. I would hate to lose them to your carelessness, oh dear. Oh dear. You spin me right round, baby, right round. Why are we... Okay. Think you can hang those papers on the table? I can't reach. Sure. Done and done. There you go, that looks alright. Thank you for hanging those. Just one thing. Remove the cross. Are you sure? Don't you Gainsey me, boy? Alright, I guess. If you're sure, just do it. I'm assuming she didn't mean me to hang this note. Remember your husband, the pain he carried like Job. The Redbird flies Martin's chapter. Where did this note come from, Ottilia? No idea. I found it on the table the night before Rothvogel died. I can barely read it. The writing's too fancy. Keep it if you want. It means nothing to me. I've got one last thing for you to do if you're willing. A legal document. I need you to read it. The words are too small for my old eyes and my reading's not so good. I'm not an expert in Bohemian law, but I'll do my best. Good enough for me. Let's see here. Standard introduction. This document shows, etc., etc. This is Guy's hand. He made it quite difficult to read. What a surprise. Guy's a prick. Here we are, the meat of the document. It says, oh... Due to the recent death of Rannig Kemper, his lack of heirs to inherit, your inability to pay fees on the land, your property is forfeit to the church. I'm sorry, Ottilia. Ah! That devil, that monster, this is all the fault of Lorenz Rothvogel. If he were alive, I'd kill him myself, me boil in hell for all eternity. I think it's time you tell me what happened with the Baron. Rannig, my husband, he caught that Rothvogel devil riding through our property and told him rightly to leave. The Baron beat my Rannig for it, beat him so savagely that he took a cane to walk. Even his breathing pained him, never could breathe deep so long as he lived, which wasn't long at all. Good God. That Baron was the worst kind of man, careless and cruel. He knew he could beat my Rannig and suffer no consequences, so he did. We were not even so low as animals to him, we were furniture. And I knew after Rannig died, the church would try to take what little I had left. This document only confirms it. All because of Lorenz Rothvogel. Yeah, fuck it, why not? You said yourself you'd do it if you could. Who's to say you haven't already? Finally, some honesty from you. This was the real purpose of your visit all along. Yeah. I'm an old woman, Andreas. Even walking from my bed to the door pains me. How could I kill a man in his prime? Not that it matters. I'm sure I'll take the blame for it anyway, just like I'm blamed for every runny nose and thrown horseshoe around here. Yeah, it's really difficult to read. Yeah, it's tough. The people in town can't wait for me to die, and the Abbey vultures hate me for my contempt of them. None of it matters. I don't care what happens to me anymore. Thank you for your help, boy. You're the only one who's come calling since my Rannig passed, do you know? That's a real shame. Get out, I need to lie down. Of course I was glad to help. I should find someone to eat with. Right, I am going to wrap it up there, folks, on account of I'm a sleepy boy. I'm very tired and I need to get some rest. I really need to get some rest. Thank you very much for everyone who has joined me this evening. I'm going to do my usual. Here's the Discord. You can see the proper like wine stains on my lips there. That's fucking minging. If for some reason this isn't just doing its job now, it's just not posting anything. Great. Excellent. Cool. I'm not sure, like, I mean, I feel like quite a lot of people maybe aren't a massive fan of this. I love it, but I'm wondering if it's worth continuing. Just on account of, like, I don't know. It seems like people were complacent about it, or not complacent about it, but like just, you know, indifferent. But I'm more than happy to continue it. Anyway, I am gonna head to bed right now, so I'm gonna catch you in a bit, folks. Hope you have a good one. See you later. Bye bye.